In this video, I'm going over some of the more popular areas of the San Fernando Valley.
If you look out the window to your right, you'll see the San Fernando Valley.
More specifically, the eastern portion of the valley. Now, you're thinking about making the move to the LA area, you're considering the San Fernando Valley, but you're still not sure which area is best for you. Not to worry, I've got you covered in this video. Now, I mentioned the eastern portion. To make it easier, I just picked an easy geographical boundary. We're going to use the 405 freeway to delineate between east and west. So in this video, we're going over neighborhoods east of the 405 freeway. In a previous video, you can go check that out if you're interested in west of the 405 freeway. So the valley is huge. It's almost 300 square miles, about 2 million people. It is kind of hard to wrap your head around what is best for you. So let's just jump right into my list. Okay, we're going to talk about our first neighborhood, and that is Sherman Oaks.
Even better, Sherman Oaks.
To the west of Sherman Oaks, you have the 405 freeway and the Encino neighborhood. To the north, you have Van Nuys. To the east, you have Studio City. And to the south, you have the Hollywood Hills, which just beyond that would be the West Los Angeles area. So why are so many people loving living in the Sherman Oaks area? Well, there are many reasons. Mainly because it is a great combination of being that kind of bedroom community, along with having just the amount of entertainment that you would need to kind of whet your palate, but not be in the heart of it, like living in downtown or Beverly Hills or Hollywood. Also, its location. Its location is truly prime for living in the San Fernando Valley. You are right at the junction of the 405 freeway and the 101 freeway. Why is this important? Many reasons. You know, if you know anything about LA, you know we've got traffic here. So living close to those main freeway systems that can take you north, south, east, and west will cut down your commute tremendously. If you live in other parts of the San Fernando Valley, especially the northern parts, or the western parts, it takes a while to get to that junction, meaning it's going to take you a lot longer if you work in downtown LA or if you work in West Los Angeles, which many people do work in those areas when living in the San Fernando Valley. In addition to having access to those freeway systems, you also have easy routes to jump over into West LA with Sepulveda Boulevard, Coldwater Canyon, and Beverly Glen that's going to drop you into Beverly Hills, Westwood, and Brentwood. So again, if you work in those areas, living in Sherman Oaks puts you really close to there, and you don't have to pay the West LA prices, and you can enjoy the best of both worlds by living in the San Fernando Valley and still get to enjoy many of the West Side amenities. Now, aside from location, what else is important to people living in Sherman Oaks? Well, they've got great shopping, great dining along the Ventura Boulevard corridor. Now, along Ventura Boulevard, you have independent shops, you've got high-end boutiques, you've got chic restaurants, you've got gastropubs, lounges, and bars. In addition to all the fun things along Ventura Boulevard, you also have all the amenities that you would need on a daily basis, like your grocery stores and your convenience stores and anything else that you can possibly want. Now, also what makes Sherman Oaks very unique is that it has a pretty big business epicenter. It is also one of the few neighborhoods in the San Fernando Valley that has mid-rise buildings to house all the business centers in the Sherman Oaks area. So it does make Sherman Oaks a unique spot that you can actually live and work right in the same neighborhood that you live in, which would be awesome because then you don't have to deal with all the commuting that most people have to deal with on a daily in the Los Angeles area. And as a reminder, I'm Dave Fein with the Real Estate Dads right here in Los Angeles. Welcome to the channel. I love doing videos of what it's like to live in the Los Angeles area and surrounding neighborhoods. So make sure you subscribe, tap the bell to get notified, hit the like button if you like what you see, comment below if you've got something to say. I'd love to hear from you. We get tons of people reaching out to us from the country, actually all over the world, looking to relocate and move to the Los Angeles area, and I love helping them move here. So if you are thinking about making the move, make sure you reach out, hit us up with a phone call, send a text, send an email, and we've got your back when coming to LA. Now, I did mention restaurants and some gastropubs, so I'm just going to give you a quick list of some of the ones that you're going to find there that I do recommend you check out. So gastropubs, you got Public School 818, you've got the Woodman, and you have the Local Peasant. All three are fantastic. Also, my wife and I love going to the Sherman Oaks area to pick up some of our favorite desserts. We love churros, and they serve them hot and fresh over at Happy Days Cafe. My wife is partially Portuguese, so they have one of the few Portuguese restaurants you're going to find in the LA area over at Natas, right along Ventura Boulevard. Now, Ventura Boulevard is not the only game in town. You also have the Sherman Oaks Galleria. It's actually a great place the whole family can enjoy because it has something for everybody. They have a place called Adam's Garden, which is an indoor playground. So you can go shopping, take a break, or you and your significant other can take turns. One of them take the kids to Adam's Garden while the other one shops, or goes to Burke Williams for a nice spa treatment. And it's just a great way to spend the day. They've got the Regal Theaters there. They have P.F. Chang's, Cheesecake Factory, a Mexican restaurant. They got Ben & Jerry's, some of my favorite ice cream. Right down the street from the Galleria, you have Sherman Oaks Castle Park, which is an outdoor miniature golf place and arcade. I've been going there since I was a kid. I love taking my family there. They've got batting cages, 3 golf courses, and an indoor arcade. The whole place is shaped like a castle. It's a really fun place to go. Now, we're talking about outdoor activities. Sherman Oaks also provides that as well. If you love parks, they've got the Sherman Oaks Van Nuys Park, which has everything you can imagine from your sports complexes to a pool, outdoor areas for picnics, just a fun place right in the center of the neighborhood. If you love hiking, Sherman Oaks offers that too, and it's pretty unique because you can access a lot of these trails right from the neighborhoods itself. So that makes it pretty special. There are a few trails. You have Long Ridge Trail, you have Deer Vale, you've got Dixie Canyon. All of these trailheads are easily accessible right in the middle of the neighborhood. And you have the scenic route along Mulholland Boulevard where they have these little cutouts so you can just park your car, enjoy the great views of the valley, especially right after it rains. It's rare that it rains here, but when it rains, I suggest you go there the day after because it is gorgeous. It is a cool place for sunsets. My wife and I have taken little trips up there, just park the car, enjoy the sun setting. I'm an early riser, so sometimes I'll start the day off by going there to get that energy for the day as the sun rises across the valley. So Sherman Oaks is a great combination of work, play, and live. That's why it is so popular in the San Fernando Valley. Okay, we're talking about our second neighborhood now, and that is Studio City. Now, Studio City is right adjacent to Sherman Oaks, which is west of Studio City. To the north, you have Valley Village. To the east, you have Toluca Lake. And to the south, you have the Hollywood Hills. Now, why do so many people love living in the Studio City area? Well, it is pretty eclectic. It is unlike other parts of the valley, and it also has a lot of industry feel to it. When I say the industry, I mean the movie industry, because you have studios within Studio City. It also puts you close to Burbank, which is the metropolis of studios. And you're right over the hill to Hollywood and Beverly Hills. You just take Laurel Canyon south through the Hollywood Hills, and it drops you right into the entertainment capital of the country. So if you are making the move to the San Fernando Valley to be part of the industry, then Studio City is something you may want to consider just because it puts you so much closer to the action. Now, Studio City is also along the Ventura Boulevard corridor, much like Sherman Oaks, but there is a difference between the two, even though they're right next to each other. Sherman Oaks is a little bit more quieter. You can maybe call it a bedroom community, but Studio City is not like that at all. If you want entertainment, you want a little bit more of a nightlife, a little bit more action, then Studio City is probably going to be your best bet. Not only because you are closer to Hollywood and Burbank, but also because Studio City provides that as well. In Studio City, you also find high-end boutiques, your chic restaurants, your bars, your lounges. But in addition to that, you have a lot of art galleries, you have comic book stores, you've got alternative medicine places. So it has just a little bit of a different vibe than other parts of the San Fernando Valley. Now, the shopping along Ventura Boulevard in Studio City is going to be a little bit more high-end, a little bit more expensive than what you're going to find in other parts of the valley, and even comparing it to Sherman Oaks. And in addition to all of that, you're also going to have your amenities that you need daily, like your grocery stores like Trader Joe's, Vaughn's, and Ralph's. If you're not familiar with Trader Joe's, it is an iconic place for grocery shopping in the LA area. Now, you will find yourself mostly along that Ventura Boulevard between Coldwater Canyon and Vineland. That's where most of your shopping hub is. But there's also a place called Tujunga Village, which is along Tujunga Boulevard, which connects with Ventura Boulevard. It's this really cool one-block area. It's kind of like an old town USA feel with mom and pop shops. Two of my favorites would be the Wine Cheese Shop and Aroma Cafe. Excellent places to eat, excellent places to go. Now, let's talk a little bit more in detail about the types of restaurants that you're going to find along Ventura Boulevard. You are going to find the iconic Carney's, which is this hamburger and hot dog place. Some of the best burgers and dogs you're ever going to find. It is so popular. Sometimes there's lines there. You may run into your occasional movie star there as well. I know Jay Leno loved going there. You also have your lounges like Rain Bar, Chica Bar, Firefly, and Rendition. So again, it does provide you with that nightlife. Now let's talk a little bit more of your outdoor activities. Like Sherman Oaks, Studio City also offers some fantastic hiking opportunities that you can access the trailheads right from the neighborhood as well, like Coldwater Canyon and Fryman Canyon. Now, Coldwater Canyon also has the amphitheater there, which is pretty cool. It's a place you can pick up live entertainment, some shows, and just relax. You're also really close to the Hollywood Bowl, which is a very famous venue for some of the most high-quality music that you will ever experience. Okay, now let's talk about housing and what it's going to cost you to live in Studio City. Now, the median price in Studio City is going to be about $2 million, and it's going to range anywhere between $1.1 million and $6 million. And again, like Sherman Oaks, this will depend if you are north or south of Ventura Boulevard, because again, south, you're going to be in the hills where you've got spectacular views, and to the north, you're going to be a little bit more in the flats. So there you have Studio City and why so many people love living in that neighborhood. Now let's talk about our next neighborhood, and that is Valley Village. To the south, you have Studio City. To the north and east, you have North Hollywood, Toluca Terrace area. To the west, you have Van Nuys, Sherman Oaks. And so why do people love living in Valley Village? Well, it's actually kind of like the bedroom or sleepy community to Studio City. So if you don't want to live right in kind of the entertainment portion of Studio City or be in the mix of it, you just want something a little bit quieter but pretty much direct access to all of that, then you would choose Valley Village. It's a little bit more peaceful, a little bit more tranquil, a little bit more calm, kind of like the suburbs of Studio City. It is mostly residential, so if you do want that residential feel, then that is going to be a great neighborhood for you because you're surrounded by all your entertainment. You don't have to necessarily live right within it. It's super close. You also have great location. It really puts you close to a lot of freeways and access to get north and south and east and west all throughout the San Fernando Valley. You are really close to the 101 freeway, the 5 freeway, the 134, and the 118, and you're also really close to the Orange Line, which runs east and west for the northern portion of the valley. And the Orange Line is a bus line. So you do have access to some mass transit there. I say it's a little bit of a sleepy community. They even have a 4th of July parade party, which again is pretty rare in Los Angeles in general and within the San Fernando Valley, but Valley Village actually has one. Now you do have some shopping and you do have some restaurants there. You have Harvest Moon, you have Rustic Spoon, and you have Steampunk. Now, I think a lot of people feel like this is a great alternative because it's also a little bit less expensive than the Studio City area. So let's talk about the housing there. Your median price there is about $1.5 million with a range between $975,000 and $3.8 million. So you can see it is significantly less expensive than Studio City. And you pretty much get all the amenities that Studio City has to offer, just not, again, you're just not living right in it. Okay, that takes us to our next popular neighborhood in the San Fernando Valley, East Side Edition, and that would be Burbank, who many would call the media capital of the world.
Burbank, I think.
And we'll get into that shortly. Okay, so where is Burbank located? It is in the eastern end of the San Fernando Valley. To the east, you actually have the Angeles National Forest. To the south, you have Glendale and Griffith Park. To the north, you have Sun Valley. And to the west, you have North Hollywood. So why do so many people love living in Burbank? First, let me start off by saying Burbank is actually its own city, and there's a lot of advantages that come with that. Because it's its own city within the San Fernando Valley and within the Los Angeles County area, it has its own city services. So things are a little bit more smooth, a little bit more smaller, more easily accessible. So it has its own police department, own fire department, own emergency crews, own roadwork system, its own local government system. So it's its own city, unlike some of the other areas that I mentioned, which are just considered neighborhoods in the San Fernando Valley and within the Los Angeles County area. Now, Burbank is divided into 2 sections, west of the 5 freeway and east of the 5 freeway. Now, if you're east of the 5 freeway, you're going to find houses that are in the foothills, and again, they're butting up against that Angeles forest. If you're west, it's a little bit more flat and closer to the rest of the San Fernando Valley. So why do so many people love living in the Burbank area? Now let's start with location. Burbank is just 13 miles north of the downtown area, making it a lot easier to commute and access all the entertainment and all the business that downtown LA has to offer. Now, Burbank is also home to so many movie studios, TV studios, digital studios, animation studios, post-production studios. That's why a lot of people call it the media capital of the country, maybe the media capital of the world. But if you are in the industry, if you are in the movie industry, entertainment industry, then Burbank is a great place to live because, again, you can live, work, and play right in your own community. You don't have to deal with all the commuting to get to all the fun places or to commute to work. Just to name a few of the major studios in Burbank, you have Disney, you have Warner Brothers and ABC, and all of them offer tours, backlot tours. You can watch television shows being taped. It is really cool. It's a great experience. I've done it a few times, and it just adds another element and unique flavor to the Burbank area. Now, in addition to Burbank being known as the media capital of the world, it is also known to having the largest IKEA in North America. That is the IKEA that I frequent. It is an incredible experience. I know I'm talking about a furniture store, but you just got to go at least see it once. But if you do need furniture and you need it on the less expensive side, it does have the largest IKEA in North America. Burbank is also home to some amazing shopping, some great eats, and also has some outdoor activities for you and the family. So let's talk about some of the shopping and the restaurants. You have two main shopping centers, and that is the Empire Center and the Burbank Town Center. Now between the two, you can find anything and everything, including movie theaters, bowling, all your stores, all your restaurants are all right there. From Mexican food, Mediterranean food, Japanese food, you name it, it's going to be there. It also has some of your amenities like Target, Best Buy, Walmart, REI. So again, if you're looking for shopping, it has everything and anything you can imagine. Burbank also has some great dining experiences and lounges and bars. I'll mention Bob's Big Boy because it's so famous. Burbank is actually home to a lot of iconic places. So Bob's Big Boy, it's a burger joint. It's been there forever. It's part of the car culture, Googie style architecture. I went there as a kid. I've taken my family there. And it's just a great gathering spot. But in addition to that, you do have your gastropubs, your bars, and you've got food from all over the world, Mediterranean, Japanese, Mexican, Thai, anything you can imagine, it's all there. Now, let's talk about entertainment. Now, there's no shortage of entertainment in Burbank. I mean, there shouldn't be since it's the media capital of the world. In addition to AMC theaters, which you're going to find a lot of your films, you have a lot of small theaters peppered with that throughout the city that have live entertainment. And it's a really cool, unique experience. Sometimes they've got famous people coming through, but even if they don't, just going to a small live venue theater is a nice option to have when living in Burbank. You also have Flappers Comedy Club, which you'll see famous comedians roll through there as well. In addition, you have a lot of cultural venues. Many museums are throughout the city of Burbank. If you're looking for more outdoor adventure, you've got Johnny Carson Park, Latuna Canyon, you have Griffith Park, although not in Burbank. It is a really close drive. And in Griffith Park, you've got the Los Angeles Zoo, you've got the Griffith Observatory, you've got the Train Museum there, and you've just got an amazing amount of parkland space. It's actually the largest park in all of Los Angeles, and a great place for hiking, picnics, just hanging out with friends, family, whatever it is you want to do and lounge around outside. Griffith Park has you covered. So you can see why Burbank is so popular and such a great place to live. It has so much to offer with so many amenities, and it's a place where you can just live, work, and play and not have to make large commutes to go anywhere for your entertainment or for work. And in Los Angeles, as you know, and I've said before, if you can cut down on your commute time, I think the happier you're going to be when you're living in Los Angeles. So if you are thinking about making the move to Los Angeles and you are considering the San Fernando Valley area, make sure you reach out to us, make a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'll make sure we answer and get you covered when relocating to LA. Again, if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe, tap the bell to get notified, hit the like button. We welcome all comments. We'll see you on the next video.